Greetings. Happy Wednesday. I'm the Moon Mama. How are y'all doing today? Oh my goodness. I see on my timeline and what's going on here that everyone's talking about last night's debate. When I tell you all, I don't know who's running all of this stuff, but it lines up so incredibly with the astrology that I am absolutely certain that the people who run the media, the people who set up all of this stuff, are aware of the astrology because it's just too perfect not to have it be that way. So today is a Mercury day, and Mercury is the planet that governs our mind, our thinking, our how we communicate with one another. It's talking, it's writing, it's listening, it's that kind of energy, right? So it's the basic form of how we express as humans, and that's Mercury. It's our minds constant. Your mind is thinking all the time and in there trying to figure out stuff and naming things and creating meaning. That's Mercury, right? And Mercury is in Scorpio, and Scorpio is this energy of deep intensity, transformation, life and death. It is our sexuality. It is our shadows, the stuff that we are ashamed of, the things that we are trying to hide, but they can't hide, right? That's Mercury and Scorpio. So you might feel already, since Mercury's going into Scorpio, which I think happened like yesterday or the day before yesterday, you're thinking about deeper things. You're thinking about, things that have more power in your life, or your sexuality, or you're trying to figure out how to negotiate money, right? This Mercury and Scorpio is about money and people and how much money you're making and exchanges and all of that sort of stuff. Like we got that information about Trump's taxes. That's very Mercury and Scorpio, right? That he's been beating the system. And I love that shit. That shit is so amazing. So that's Mercury and Scorpio. And then the moon today is in Pisces, and the moon in Pisces is everything and everybody. It's literally like, the whole, we're all in this together. Nothing about us is separate. Everything that's happening to one person is happening to everyone else. Our thoughts or our empathy we're all very connected. And so the thing that's so fascinating is that there's this collective conversation around the debate, right? And the elections. And one of the things that I'm aware of for me is, I've participated in elections and all this sort of stuff. I grew up in a very political family. I went to Howard University. I studied politics. I've been doing all of this stuff for years as a citizen, just participating in the political process. And this year, I'm not. At this moment, I've decided that I'm not going to vote because I realize that our elections are run like Super Bowl parties, like World Series. That's how we manage and handle our elections, like they are a sporting event. But the reality is that they're not. Those laws, those policies that are made are real things, and the people that they impact the most are usually poor people and people of color. And so I started asking myself, because I would get so enraged around healthcare and how could they do this, and the food, and how could they do this, and how could they, and we voted for them. And finally I heard Spirit say, well, rather than voting for them, vote for yourself. Just vote for yourself and take responsibility for your own health. Don't give it to them. Don't have an assumption that they're going to behave a certain way because you vote for them. Just keep that energy for yourself. And then what do you want for your health? What do you want for your family's health? And go about creating that. And so that's how I'm doing it this year. In this moment, I am not voting. I'm taking responsibility for my health. I'm taking responsibility for my son's education. I'm taking responsibility for all the things that I vote for them to do and hope that they will, that they never do. They never do. I'm going to take responsibility for those things myself. And I am doing it. I'm creating systems. I'm building alliances with people around health and wholeness and how to take care of ourselves and one another, and learning. I am learning how to negotiate my own money. It's like, you see Trump, he doesn't pay his taxes, right? So I'm asking myself, how can I be more empowered in my own economic understanding and make sure that the tax system is working for me? I'm a person who is a descendant of captives, and we worked for free for 100 years, right? Or more. And then we still pay taxes. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. I feel like we should be energetically absolved from that tax system, right? So I'm working on how I can actually best govern myself so that I'm not looking for anyone else to do it. And it's not easy. It's not easy. And but it's forcing me to grow up. It's forcing me to think strategically. It's forcing me to to see who I am and stretch myself and what I'm capable of. And I'm also learning about my farmers markets and the people who are doing things that I benefit from that I don't even understand what they're doing. I'm learning about that, and I'm offering my services. And it's like how to create a world where there's a greater level of responsibility and accountability, harmoniously, not, so that everybody can win. So that's the world that I'm creating, and that's how I'm going to use my energy. So think about that today. Think about what really matters. If you're in this political conversation, think about what you really want from this political conversation. If you just want to get rid of Trump, think about, if this is about Trump for you, like, what is it that you want? So if you want Trump out of office because it'll make you feel safer or more peaceful, then ask yourself, how can you feel safe and peaceful now? Like, don't make it dependent upon Trump. If you want Joe Biden because you want more inclusivity, or you want more diversity, then ask yourself, how can you go about creating inclusivity and diversity in your own life? Like, make it personal. And then when you make it personal, a hummingbird is just dancing all around me. When you make it personal, then you become self-governing, and the universe will meet you in that place. The universe is like, okay, she's gonna take responsibility for her own economy, then we will help her, and the universe will bring all sorts of resources and assets to help you do it. So that is what I am up to today. And so I ask you to register for the Mars retrograde class, because the Mars retrograde class is going to help us look at our identity and how we are identifying our power out there and how to bring it back inside. And then thank you for those of you who do donations. I really appreciate it. And if you would like to do a natal chart reading, you can book that here. New moon, full moon readings, Mars retrograde readings, you can do all of that here. And then I also offer coaching, just, coaching, or like what would be like therapy, say for instance, but through your astrological influences to really help you find the power and the path in your life to become who you're here to be. As our current constructs are collapsing, we're born at this time, and there's no mistake that we are here at this time. You have everything you need to be alive at this time. You literally do. And even as things are coming undone, everything is being made available, but it's a consciousness thing. You cannot access it in your ego. You cannot access it from the space of, trying to get. You have to literally realize that it's within you and allow it to be revealed. And that's very possible. So with that, I am the Moon Mama. So grateful to be with you all today. Have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. Use this Mercury day to think about what really matters to you. How you are really choosing to live your life, and how you are impacting the environment, like how you can take responsibility for the things that you desire that we assign political people to do. Like, how can you be that person? Because they're not going to do what they say they're going to do anyway. It's always been that way. Peace and blessings. I'm the Moon Mama. Bye-bye.